a great show which is going to be happening right here in Australia. Well, it's been a long time since we've had a big concert at the Opera House, and the Opera House is now going to be hosting a very, very big event. But first of all, let's look at the master himself, the person himself who will be coming.
2022 at 6:30 p.m.
चिट्ठी आई है वतन से, चिट्ठी आई है और आहिस्ता कीजिए बातें, जिए तो जिए.
Pankaj Udhas celebrating 40 years of his musical journey in a one and only mega concert, accompanied by his musicians from India.
चांदी जैसा रंग.
Be there to witness the living legend Pankaj Udhas live in concert to celebrate his musical milestone.
तुम्हें धनवान है गोरी.
Tickets on sale now from www.sydneyoperahouse.com.
And that's correct. We're talking about none other than Padma Shri Ghazal Maestro Pankaj Udhas ji, and of course the show which will be at the Opera House. Well, right now we'd like to introduce and to the studio is Akaksh Lodhia. Welcome to the studios, Akaksh.
Hi, how are you, Umesh? Thanks for having me.
Now, it's wonderful to have your company here today. So, we're looking at this event. Now, we've watched the master as well, and it's a great news that he is coming. Now, a little bit about yourself. So, as I was led to believe that you are a solicitor, lawyer. However, you appear to have changed profession. Is that true? Have you changed professions, or what's happening there?
Not at all, Umesh. Always a lawyer and continue to be a lawyer. But in this regard, I'm just doing a one-off promotion for the concert of Padma Shri Pankaj Udhas. This is purely, Umesh, because of the sentimental reasons I have. My father, my late father, Himmat Lodhia, and Pankaj were good friends. My father actually introduced and promoted Pankaj to Fiji 38 years ago, and carrying on with the legacy of my late father. I'm doing this as a tribute to him and as a tribute to the maestro himself, who is celebrating 40 years of his musical journey, and what better venue to have it, being the greatest venue in the world, being the Sydney Opera House.
And of course, yes, I know some other the artists who have come and performed there. They have always mentioned, that it has always had been their dream to come and perform. I was talking about Jagjit Singh ji, and
Correct.
I too share your passion, and it is wonderful to see that Pankaj ji is coming, and is coming to the Opera House. So you have touched briefly on that, and that the bit of your connection there, and your father's connection with Pankaj ji. So was that the only reason, or the reasoning behind promoting or bringing Pankaj ji?
Well, look, that is principally the reason, but because of our relationship with the family, fortunately we've kept in touch with Pankaj and his family, and what better way of celebrating a significant milestone in Pankaj's lifetime, and doing a concert at the Opera House is iconic. As you rightly said. There's actually not many Indian artists who've performed there. Lata Mangeshkar, I believe, performed, some 35, 40 years ago. Asha Bhosle performed, and of course Jagjit Singh performed. And now, add to that iconic list is Pankaj Udhas, and that's the main reason. And Sydney. The concert's in Sydney, obviously, but. Sydney's, because of the COVID situation, there hasn't been any artist for almost 2.5, 3 years. So, this is a perfect opportunity to be entertained.
And I believe so too, because no one has come in this COVID period, and of course Opera House itself has gone through some renovations and wonderful. And I think you rightfully mentioned that Asaji was there as well with a quartet. And we were there. So
Yes.
Brisbane people do go to these shows. And of course, I remember that during the quartet, she broke out and said to the musicians, he said, "These are very serious musicians, but I'd like to present something on my own, off the cuff." And she just asked
Correct.
them to give a particular chord, and then she sang and she spoke a little bit in Hindi. She said, "Allow me to speak to my audience in Hindi as well." So that would be, so this show would be great. So let's talk about a little bit about the venue and how the concert will be presented.
So something about the Opera House. I mean, everyone knows that it's an iconic venue. I mean, I think that doesn't need to be elaborated anymore. But what your viewers need to know is the Opera House has been shut for almost 3 years, and that is the concert hall. So there are quite a few little venues within the Opera House, but the concert is actually conducted within the concert hall, which is the largest venue within the development. And the concert hall has been shut for close to 3 years because the New South Wales government is upgrading the facilities, and they've injected $275 million, yes, $275 million, in upgrading the acoustics and the venue itself. And it's still currently shut. It's going to reopen in July. So Pankaj is going to be one of the first artists to perform there. So from an audience perspective, they will be getting after the renovations are completed. Acoustically, it's going to be the world's greatest venue, and there's no doubt about that. So, and that's why I would urge your viewers and listeners to attend the concert. And I appreciate that this platform is mainly for Queensland viewers and listeners, but and the concert obviously is in New South Wales. But this is going to be the only concert in all of Australasia. Normally, Pankaj would perform at most capital cities, travel to New Zealand, Fiji, and the like. But given that this is a milestone concert, it had to be the one iconic concert, and this is going to be at the Sydney Opera House on the 4th of September 2022.
And you have rightfully said that this will be one of, and the acoustic at the Opera House, of course, it's always been acoustically designed, it's always been better, but now with better facilities coming in it as well, it will be a treat for the audience. When you listen to the ghazals and things like that, the acoustic does play a very, very important and vital role. So, if the sound is not good, people will not have that, the experience, really good experience. So this will be wonderful, and I'd urge all our listeners and viewers to take this opportunity. So talking about the tickets and the sales, so how's that going and how is that being promoted?
It's phenomenal, Umesh. It's phenomenal. It's only been about 2 months since we've announced it, and we've sold over 80% of the venue. So there are limited tickets left, given that we're still just under 6 months away from the concert, there's absolutely no doubt that it's going to be a sellout. So I would urge your listeners and viewers to purchase their tickets as soon as possible, because you want to get the best seats in the house, at least whatever is left over or left of it. And the tickets can only be purchased from the Sydney Opera House box office, which is www.sydneyoperahouse.com.au. You can, your viewers can go into the website, look at the seat plan, and allocate and decide on where they want to sit.
And that is wonderful because, I too would urge everyone to get your tickets, get them now, because our mentality is always leaving it in the last minute. And then in the last minute, there's always rush and, people try and all sorts of tricks then to get in. So, right now, when the limited numbers are left.
Can I also say that there has been a in the last many years, I've seen that a lot of Indian concerts do sell discounted tickets closer to the date for various reasons. I want to let your viewers and listeners know that there will not be any discounts. Given that we're 80% sold out, as I said, there's no doubt that it will be a sellout event. There is absolutely no incentive to discount those tickets. Nor do I want to, because I think then otherwise you are cheating the audience members who have taken the initiative of buying these tickets well in advance. So there's no reason why you should be holding off buying tickets. Get it quickly so you can secure your best seats.
And I think that's a very, very good policy to have. I've seen that happen before. And then it's not fair on the people who have already bought the tickets, who've done the right thing by purchasing the tickets early. Then in the last minute, there are discounted ones. And some people wait for that and say, all right, we will buy it when they are been discounted.
Exactly.
Yes, and you've quite rightfully said that, it's no use waiting till later. You need to get the tickets, get them now. This is going to be a milestone show, one of its kind, the great Pankaj, and what better venue than the best, which is the Opera House. So once again, Akaksh, thank you so much for coming on the show and talking about, and of course, we from Brisbane Indian Times and Australian Indian Radio are very proud to be associated and assisting with the promotion of the show. So, it's wonderful to have that collaboration.
Absolutely, I appreciate and thank you for your organization's support in this, because I think it's very important for all music lovers. It's going to be a treat, and there's lots of amazing things planned. I can't let the cat out of the bag just yet, but you'll find out more about this event closer to date. And I'd urge for your followers and listeners to also follow the tour Facebook page as well. It's going to be a phenomenal concert, and for people who are in New South Wales, they can also take advantage of the New South Wales Discover vouchers. So what that means is parties can get a discount on each ticket, $25 discount, which the government has given. I don't believe that extends to Queensland, but at least for the New South Wales patrons.
And that is a very good incentive as well. Once again, we'll do a follow-up closer to the event as well. Things going well, we might also be, if we get an opportunity, talk to Pankaj himself before the show. So once again, thank you so much, guys, for being on the show today and explaining about the upcoming mega event.
Thank you, Mesh. Thanks for your time.